Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Circle Time with Miss Lisa. We're still talking about insects this week, and today we're going to be talking about this little insect. Does anybody know what this one is called? A bee. That's right. And what does the bee say? Bzzz. So before we read our story about a bee, we're going to talk about who takes care of a bee, and that is a beekeeper. The beekeeper has a special job. They collect honey from a beehive. So this beekeeper is holding his beehive right there. Some insects, such as bees, can sting. So beekeepers wear special clothes to protect them from bee stings. So they have a light colored suit so the bees don't think they're somebody dangerous, like a skunk or a bear. With dark fur. So the beekeepers also wear a veil or a hat to protect their face, neck, and head. So he's got his hat and he's got a little net around his face and his neck. And they also wear thick gloves to protect their hands. So he's got some thick gloves on his hands so he doesn't get stung. So that's how we get our honey that we like to eat, is the beekeepers help us. So we are going to read our story, Are You a Bee? By Judy Allen and Tudor Humphreys. So Are You a Bee? So this is the front of our book, and this is the back of our book. So we're going to open it up and see what it says here. Are you a bee? Perhaps you're a honeybee. If so, your mother is a queen. She looks like this and she lays eggs. Your life began inside one of her eggs. When you hatch, you are not a pretty sight. You are a larva. You are in a small room with 6 walls. It's called a cell. So this is your little cell. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. Your older sisters bring food. Eat it and you'll grow. So he's eating his food and he's growing bigger. Grow until you fill your cell. One of your older sisters puts a wax ceiling on your cell. So they put some wax up here on the top. So this is the bottom and this is the top. Inside your closed cell, you change a lot. When you are ready, chew a hole in the ceiling and climb out. Now you look like a bee. You have a hairy body with stripes, 6 legs, and 4 wings. You have 2 feelers on your head. You have a stinger back here. You are not alone. You have a few hundred brothers and thousands of sisters. Lots of brothers and sisters. You live in a nest built by your older sisters. Your nest might be in a hollow tree. So there's the nest right there. It might hang down from a tree branch. Most likely it will be inside a hive. There's a beehive right there that the beekeepers help take care of. Your brothers are drones. They don't do much. You and your sisters are workers. You do everything. You clean the nest, feed the larva, take care of the queen, and build new cells. You fan the nest with your wings to cool it in the summer. So if you blow your hand, that's what they do. They flap their wings to keep it cool, huh? You guard the nest to keep out strange bees. Busy, busy, busy. Leave the nest to fetch food from flowers. How will you know where to look? Your sisters will make up a dance to tell you. Watch the dance carefully. Don't worry, you'll understand it. You're a bee, so you have to go out to all those flowers and find the nectar in the flowers. And it's a little dance, so the bees will tell you how to get there. There is sweet liquid in flowers. It's called nectar, and it's hidden deep inside. This is not a problem. You have a long tongue. You can reach it. You also have a special stomach to carry it in. You'll get pollen dust all over you. Scrape it off with your front legs and put it in the pollen baskets on your back legs. So he's getting it with his front legs, and then there's his pollen baskets on his back legs there. When you get home, your sisters will help you put the nectar and the pollen into storage cells. Mix some of the nectar with the pollen to make it bee bread. Leave the rest of the nectar to turn into honey. Bee bread is good to eat, so is honey. If you find a new patch of flowers, be sure to tell your sisters. How? Dance, of course. More eggs hatch. More larvae turn into bees. The nest gets very crowded. What will happen next? The old queen, your mother, leaves. She takes you and a lot of your sisters with her. Deep in the nest, a royal larva is hatching. She is in a different kind of cell, and she is fed rich food called royal jelly. When she becomes a bee, she is a young queen. She flies away and mates with drones from another nest so that she can lay eggs. When she flies home again, she will be the new queen. Fly with your sisters, follow the old queen, stay together. You are part of a swarm. When the queen stops, swarm around her. Now you must build a new nest, but where? Maybe the queen will send scout bees to find a good place. Or maybe a beekeeper will find you and take you all to an empty hive. Why is the beekeeper dressed like this? In case you get flustered and try to sting. Remember, our beekeeper wears a special suit so she can't get stung. However, if your mother looks a little like this, or this, or this, you are not a bee. You are a human child. You do not have a hairy body with stripes on it. You do not have a long tongue. You do not have a stinger. It is very unlikely that you have hundreds of brothers and thousands of sisters. But you can do a lot of things that a bee can't do. You can still eat bread and honey, but you'll never have to fetch your food from flowers. Best of all, you don't have to be busy, busy, busy all day long. The end. Oh, thanks for reading our story with us, friends. All right, now we're going to make some bees of our own out of our thumbprint. So we have our thumb here. Can you put your thumb up? Good job. And I have my piece of paper. And I'm going to be using my watercolors again today. So our bees start off, we're going to make our thumbprint this color. What color is that? Yellow. So we're going to make a yellow thumbprint. So I'm going to get my paintbrush out. And since I'm using watercolors, I have to dip it in my water. And then dip it in my yellow paint and mix it around. Make sure there's lots of paint on there. All right, and then I'm going to get my thumb and I'm going to put my paint all over my thumb there. Make it nice and yellow. Fill it all up. All right, and then I'm going to push it down on my paper. So I'm going to put my little thumbprint there. So I have my yellow thumbprint on my paper, and now I'm going to take a crown. What color is this crown? Black. I'm going to take my black crown, and I'm going to make my black stripes on my bee. So I'm going to give my bee some black stripes, and I'm going to give my bee his little antennas that come out here in front. And he needs his wings on the side. And then he has a little stinger in the back. So this is my thumbprint bee. So I made his black stripes and his 2 antennas. And remember, he had 4 wings. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and he has a stinger. All right. So you can use regular paint. If you have an ink pad, you can do that. However you want to make your thumbprint bees at home. So if you make them, you let me know. So we're going to sing one more song about a bee before we finish up today.
Buzz, Bumblebee! I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Ouch! It stung me. Squish, squish, Bumblebee. I'm squishing up the baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm swishing up the baby bumblebee. Ew! It's yucky. Off, Bumblebee. I'm wiping off the baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm wiping off the baby bumblebee. Now my mommy won't be mad at me.
Very good. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, friends.